Hi, I'm Terry Murphy for Realty Times Women in Business, Women in Real Estate, and in the men's room with Murph. But today we definitely have women, and they're women in real estate. We've been with Christy Buck of the Christy Buck team at Infinity Real Estate Group in Pearland, Texas, and her amazing operations manager, Samantha Knorr. One of the things that Christy has done well is, in a totally authentic way, have high community brand without the consumer feeling like they're being pushed, because she's really about total engagement into her community. And Christy and Samantha are with us today to talk about some of those initiatives. Now, some of them are just plain fun, and you do something called egging and booing. So I thought we might want to talk about that a little bit and how you developed it and what you found as a return on your investment.
So yes, we do so many events now to stay in contact with our clients after closing. We like to say our relationship with our clients starts at the closing table. It doesn't end at the closing table. So all of our agents have their top 50, and it doesn't necessarily have to be their top 50, but during Easter and during Halloween, we do what's called egging and booing. So egging is every single agent picks 25 clients, and we order Easter eggs that are pre-stuffed, and we order signs that say you've been egged by the Christy Buck team. And we leave 12 eggs, stuffed eggs, in people's front yard. We put this sign in their front yard, and we put a note on their door that says, enjoy finding 12 eggs in your yard, post on social media for a free drawing. They have so much fun. The kids love it. People are posting it all over social media. Every neighbor driving into the neighborhood is seeing the sign that says you've been egged by the Christy Buck team. That has made a huge impact in our community. Their families are looking forward to it. This year, because of COVID, we already had 4,000 or 5,000 eggs. So we got in the back of trucks, dressed up as we had two Easter bunnies, or two or three in different trucks. We bagged all the eggs still separately, went through neighborhoods honking, saying Happy Easter. Everybody came outside. They gathered on corners, and we gave all the kids Easter eggs without being in their front yard. That we showed them we had gloves on and masks and all. For Halloween, we do booing, which is leaving a bag of candy at their front door that says you've been booed by the Christy Buck team. Same thing, post it on social media, tag us, and then everybody that posted it on social media, we will do a free drawing for something that we're going to give away. So all of those things that we're doing in the community, the community loves it. We do a lot of support with our local officials. If they're running for an election, we don't pick one, but we go to all of their fundraisers, and we all have shirts on that says we support you, the Christy Buck team. So we do a lot in the community, Terry, giving back just with nothing expected in return, but just having a neighborhood presence of making sure that even during COVID, even if it's not COVID, that your kids have something to look forward to, and our team hasn't forgotten about you.
Well, I'm going to toot your horn because I know you won't, but in the recent floods that Texas encountered, you and your family, with big old Texas truck, were able to rescue people from some of the floods and delivered water. Tell us just a little bit about what made you do that, and you engaged your boys to help you and their friends, and how did that work out for you?
So when we had the flood, it was so severe in many areas around here. My son actually had a friend's airboat, and he spent 2 solid days out taking the airboat up to people's front doors and rescuing them with one pet, one bag of clothes, and putting them in boats and taking them to higher ground. Once the water went down, our team kind of shut down real estate, and we would pack brown bag sandwiches for several weeks and drive through these neighborhoods to people that are cutting out all their sheetrock, emptying their homes out on the curbs. They're exhausted, they're losing everything. And we would just pass out as a team brown bag sandwiches for hundreds of sandwiches and waters to the neighborhood with just no expectations. Just they lost everything. So my oldest son came home and said, "Mom, that was the most humbling experience of trying to put old people in this boat. You just wheelchair people in this boat and get them to high ground." So we just try to stay very involved in giving back with no expectations in return. But I just truly believe when you live your life that way, it comes back.
So how did they know it was the Christy Buck team? I mean, it wasn't on the boat clearly, but did they identify themselves?
So knowing on the boat, no, we didn't matter who it was. With all of the homes that flooded, I believe we put business cards in all the bags because many would, with a note that said, if you don't have flood insurance, call me for your options. If you have to walk away, call us for your options. Like, let us help you through this because we know other options than you just to walk away. We may even have investors. So where I believe, didn't we do a note that said, call us for different options? And that wasn't really the goal. It was to feed them and help them. But we definitely did not want to let somebody take a less desirable route, not knowing all of their options.
Again, being a resource in real estate is one of the things that we can do as agents that help a community. And just in closing, your client appreciation pie extravaganza has turned out to be quite an event in Pearland. Tell us just a little bit about what you do every Thanksgiving.
So every Thanksgiving, we offer every single one of our clients to pick a Thanksgiving pie. We have a place that's pretty famous here called the House of Pies, and they get to come to the office and, well, in advance, they order which pie. We give them 4 choices because they can't be refrigerated pies because we end up picking up hundreds of pies. And we provide a Thanksgiving pie. They have to come pick it up. At the office, we have a sticker on it that says Happy Thanksgiving from the Christy Buck team. And then whoever sponsored it with us. In coaching, we've learned how to offset lots of expenses with vendors that help us with these things. So we give them a shout out on the sticker that we put on the pie. And at that time, we hand them an invitation to come 2 weeks later to Pictures with Santa. And then they can come back in 2 weeks and do our shopping event and have their child's picture made with Santa at the office. So we're just trying to stay in contact with them 6 or 8 times a year on a personal level, a high touch personal level. And where it costs some money, the payback is tenfold because we maintain our relationships on a face-to-face level.
And yeah, we know the value of a client goes far beyond that. You kind of flipped over the the Santa thing and by visiting Santa, but the sales thing. So you bring in some local vendors to help with Christmas shopping, if I recall.
Yeah, so we started out the first year with just Pictures with Santa. And then we decided Santa's expensive between renting Santa and the photos and the photo frames. So how can we help offset that expense? So we get like 15 vendors, some that are building yard art, Scentsy, Tupperware, and we have a shopping day and Pictures with Santa. So each of these people pay us $35 or $55 to set a booth up at our office, and they do the shopping. So they get to avoid the long lines at the mall with Santa and come do a lot of Christmas shopping while they're here. And those vendors help us offset. We even try to do a tool truck for the men so that everybody has, some fun at the shopping day and the Pictures with Santa. Now, we learned some hard lessons. You have to make sure you get a good Santa.
And that's another segment. Well,
Yeah.
it's no wonder that you guys are successful because you lead with your heart and with great operational excellence. Thanks for joining us. And again, if they wanted to reach you, they could go to Christy Buck team on
Christy.
well, I mean, you've got Xfinity Real Estate Group, but it's the Christy Buck team, correct?
Correct. So it's Christy, Christy, at Christy Buck, B-U-C-K, team.com, or my direct number is 832-517-8414. Samantha's is 832-549-3387.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know that you'll have many more visits because we look at women in real estate as leaders, and you and Samantha have created just an amazing group of people who now get to earn a living because you figured out how to help them, help clients and customers, and help you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.